Good afternoon and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Jellybean, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today is Jellybean's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands, the corrections and motivations that we use with him while we are working with him, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he's going to keep the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, leaving his left hand free to give the correction. The correction that we give is a tug and let go on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Jellybean's been fitted with his own personal training collar, and we'll show you how to properly use this during your one-on-one lesson. As you can see, Jellybean is seated very nicely on Fred's left, which is where all our obedience training is done. The first exercise we're going to demonstrate is heeling, which is proper walking on a leash. The command you want to use for this is Jellybean, heel, and then you just start walking and he'll fall right in line on your left-hand side. And we've also incorporated an automatic sit, as you see right there. Anytime Fred stops his feet, Jellybean will sit. There's another automatic sit here. Very nice. And Jellybean's been trained to walk nicely at your pace on your left-hand side. He shouldn't try to pull ahead or lag behind. The next exercise they're going to demonstrate for you is the stay command. The stay is a hand and voice command. Fred will use the open flat of his left palm an inch or so from Jellybean's muzzle and the one-word command to stay.
Stay.
He then walks out to the end of the training leash. It's a great exercise to practice at home. You want to start at about a minute and work your way up in increments to about 3 minutes, just to build up self-control and maturity in Jellybean. And when Fred returns back to him, he's going to walk all the way around him, providing an added distraction as he goes behind him, and right back to that left-hand side heel position. Jellybean remains seated throughout, gets a little praise, and they take off heeling again. I'll show you some more of the heel, the sit, and the stay. There's an automatic sit there.
Stay.
Fred gives him the stay again, and back out to the end of the training leash. And this time he's going to demonstrate the come or recall command. Call Jellybean in using his name. He comes in, sits nicely right in front of you. And then we have an exercise called the finish, where Jellybean will heel around the back and right back to that left-hand side heel position. I'll show you it one more time. Leave him in that sit stay, and out to the end of the training leash. Call him in using his name. He comes in, sits right in front. And then the finish, where he heels around the back and right back to your left-hand side heel position. Excellent job. It's a good time to remind you want to practice all your commands with Jellybean to keep the commands fresh in his mind, about 15 to 20 minutes a day. You can practice inside and outside your home and just incorporate the commands into your daily routine. And we're going to show you our down commands next. The first will be down from a heel position. Fred's going to use the open flat of his left palm straight down towards the ground and the one-word firm command to down. He then gives him a stay and walks out to the end of the training leash. It's another great exercise to build up self-control and maturity in Jellybean. You want to start practicing this one at about 3 minutes and work your way up to about 5. When Fred returns back to Jellybean, he's going to walk all the way around him as he did on the sit stay and right back to that left-hand side heel position. Jellybean remains down throughout. He gets a little praise, and Fred heels him right out of it. We'll show you that down command one more time. You can see his focus on Fred even as a large truck drives by. He gives him the down again. And a stay, and back out to the end of that training leash. And this time he's going to demonstrate that come or recall command right out of the down. He comes in, sits nicely right in front, and then the finish, where he heels around the back to get right back to that left-hand side heel position. Nicely done. We'll give them a second to get lined up for our final command, which will be down from a distance. And you see Jellybean's doing an excellent job. But if for any reason he doesn't respond to a command, the first word out of your mouth should be no, followed by a tug and let go correction, and then you repeat your command.
Okay. stay.
This will be the down from a distance. You're going to leave him in a sit stay, walk out to the end of the training leash. It's the only time you're going to use your right hand to give the command, and Fred will drop him into a down.
Down. Go. Down.
There's the tug and let go, and he corrected it. He then returns back to him once again by walking all the way around and right back to that left-hand side heel position.
Heel.
We're going to show you that one more time. He's out at the end of the training leash. He's going to use his right hand. Gives him a down. There he goes. And then returns back to him. Alright, we've demonstrated for you the obedience commands that Jellybean has learned here at school. It's been a pleasure working with Jellybean, and we thank you again for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.